You're right. Welcome to another Dave Unleashed, and apparently this is the last one of this season. What's a season? Like autumn and winter?
Not quite. It's just a series of episodes, a list, a group.
Just the last of the series?
Yes.
Or the season?
Yes.
Isn't the end of the series the end of Dave Unleashed?
No, you're coming back, aren't you, for some more?
So is that the end of a season then?
Yeah.
Because the series, I'm confused. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Dave Unleashed. My name's Dave, and I'm unleashed. So we call this Dave Unleashed. Because I ain't got no lead on. Because I'm a dog what talks me. Anyway, as ever, JoJo's here keeping me in order. I'm pretty sure it's the other way, if I'm honest. We humour her. We have to. Anyway, it's time for story time now. Get yourself settled and enjoy story time with me and JoJo. Hit it!
For story time today, we're going to find out what happened on day 7 of creation, and we're calling it Our Job Well Done. But of course, first, let me call up Dave to join us. Call Dave. Dave, hello.
You're right there, JoJo.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm very excited for day 7. Are you?
What happens on day 8?
Well, there's only 7 days in the week, isn't there? Did you know that?
No.
That's why that God created the world in 7 days.
Do you think that's why I'm tired and a bit confused?
Because you think there's an 8th day?
Feels like it sometimes.
Yeah, I'll be...
Especially when I'm filming with you lot.
Do you think? Well, day 7, but I thought before I tell you what happened on day 7, we would recap, we'd look back at what happened in the first 6 days of creation.
I haven't got a cap. Or an hat.
I knew I shouldn't have used that word. We're going to look back at the first 6 days of creation, because in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and there was nothing there. It was empty. It was formless. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. That's how it began in the beginning, before all creation.
I've got an observation.
Yeah, what's that?
There wasn't exactly nothing, was there?
Nothing in terms of animals and
God.
People. Yeah, God.
And he ain't nothing.
No.
He's definitely something.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. God was there right in the beginning, but he hadn't created the heaven. He hadn't created the universe. He hadn't created our earth and our people and our animals and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, so do you remember what happened on each of the days? So do you know what?
I remember the 5th of November.
It's got nothing to do with it. Do you remember what happened on day 1?
Not really.
So on the first day, God said, "Let there be light." And he created day and night.
Cool.
Good place to start, because otherwise we wouldn't have another day 2, would we?
Well, if we got to day 2, we wouldn't see what he made, would we?
That's right. On day 2, God created the sky. And I can see lots of sky behind you, Dave.
Mountains.
Yeah, sky. Well, that didn't come till day 3. Day 3, we had land, sea and vegetations, and we would have had the mountains and that lovely grass behind you and the bushes and things like that.
You see, that was me remembering what you was going to say next, so I was just going ahead of you.
Well, yeah. On day 4 was the sun, the moon and the stars. So now we can see at night, can't we, with the stars.
Why do you think God made celebrities on day 4?
Not that kind of star. The stars in the sky, the lights in the sky.
I was a bit wondering then. I thought you were saying they wasn't human.
No, people weren't not invented. People weren't created by God until day 6. So on day 5, we had all the sea life and all the birds. So that's cool,
Fair
isn't
enough.
it? Yeah. You haven't got any birds or animals in your picture there. Just
checking.
And then on day 6, which you were very excited about, all the animals, at last dogs were made. Day. Animals and human beings were made on day 6.
But not cats.
Yes, they are animals.
But not cats.
But they are animals, yes.
Yes, but God didn't want to make them. That was an accident.
Is that right?
He made the dogs first because we're better.
So there you go. There's day 1 to day 6. Now we're going to talk about day 7.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
How long did the 6 days take to make?
What do you mean?
How long was 6 days?
6 days? There you go, 6 days. Yeah, what is it? 24 hours per day. I'm not going to add all that up, but it's basically 6 days is 6 days, isn't it?
So you ain't going to do 6 times 24 on
No,
here?
I'm not going to bother.
Oof.
So this isn't math.
I could
today.
do it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
Don't want to embarrass you. That's why I'm not doing the maths.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Dave.
You're welcome.
So day 7, so the creation of the heavens and the earth and everything in them was completed.
Cool.
It's all finished and all done. So
You mean there wasn't any under maintenance signs?
No, it was all done. And on the 7th day, God
Wasn't
had
like a coming
finished.
soon attraction thing.
No.
You know, when you go somewhere it says under maintenance, we all know it means it's broke. Just fix it.
No, this is very different. God created everything by the end of day 6, and it was good. It was very good.
Well, because God made it.
Absolutely. And so he finished his work of creation. So actually on day 7, God didn't create anything.
What a question.
Yeah.
You know God's called God?
Yeah.
And he's spelled G-O-D, God.
Yeah.
Do you think someone went, ooh, and that's where good came from?
Oh.
Like an extension of God.
Yeah, because God is a good God. So, yeah. Ooh, I like that. You're very clever, yeah. So God didn't create anything on day 7. He rested, which is awesome.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, he rested from all his work, and God blessed the 7th day.
Did he sit in his doggy basket with his favourite chew toy? That's what I'd do.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And he declared it holy.
You got a chew toy too? Sweet.
No, I haven't.
Heard it here first.
Because it was the day when he rested from all his creation. That's why God called the day holy.
You think God wears sandals?
Well, when Jesus walked on earth, who was God, he probably would have worn sandals back in the day, wouldn't he?
But he wouldn't have had socks, would he?
No,
because socks and sandals is wrong.
They don't work, do they? They don't work. No.
It's just wrong.
So it's amazing, isn't it? On day 7,
you're going to wear socks, wear shoes.
Dog.
You're going to wear sandals, no socks. Just saying.
Okay, well, thanks
Fashion
for that.
advice from Dave the dog.
A big tip there from Dave
Even
the dog.
Jesus Day wore socks. Just saying.
Okay. So on day 7, God rested. And I suppose that's good advice for us, isn't it? On day 7 to have a rest.
Is it time for... Are we finished
Do you want to
now?
have a rest? Do you want to have a rest now?
Do you not want to finish the story? No. Is it like sleepy time?
Yeah.
Siesta.
Do you like resting, do you, Dave? How do you rest? What do you do to rest?
Sleep.
Just sleep. Don't you do like relaxing things?
Sleep.
Like sleep?
Well, what else is there to do to relax apart from sleeping?
I thought, don't you look out the window, go for
resting,
a walk?
is it? That's looking. If you said what I do to look for a living, that's what I do. But if I'm not looking, I'm resting. If I'm resting, my eyes are closed.
Okay, fair enough. Some people like doing gardening and things to help them rest.
I like digging holes in the garden.
Ah, would you do that? Is that restful?
But it's usually when I need the loo. And I cover it up again.
Do you bury things, do you, in
well,
when
you
you dig
don't want that
holes?
leaving out in the garden, do you?
No, but don't you bury your squeaky toy or your bones or something like that?
Why would you want to bury a toy?
Okay, I thought dogs
You don't
did
know
that.
nothing about dogs, do you?
No,
We don't bury what we want to keep. Maybe you do.
So that was day 7. So what do you think about that then, Dave?
I like resting.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good day, isn't it?
My favourite day.
Yeah, it's amazing how God created all of the universe, everything in it, in 6 days.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Why did God make it that way? Why did he do 2 days work, 5 days off? That's a better week to me.
Well, apparently, no, he's designed us.
5-day weekend.
We've been designed to be able to work for 6 days and have 1 day off. So you should be able to handle it, Dave.
Do you want to put that again?
Yeah. 6 days to work for 1 day off, isn't it? You're not buying it.
What's the point of a 2-day weekend?
Well, you get shopping done and gardening
Get mine
and
delivered.
stuff, do you? Get all it delivered.
I had my garden sorted so there's no grass.
Well, I'm so pleased that you like day 6 because animals and dogs were created. And I'm so glad you like day 7 because that's when rest was given to us.
I think it's because God couldn't do no better.
Yeah,
He made
absolutely.
them doggies and that was as good as it could get.
Saved the best till last, didn't they? Well, thanks for joining us, Dave.
You're welcome.
And I don't know what we're going to do because we finished creation now, haven't we? We've done all 7 days. So we'll have to think about what we do next.
Day 8.
There is no day 8.
There has to be. But the world ain't ended, has it?
No, just, well.
It carried on. So there has to be a day 8.
Oh, I see. Yes, there's loads of days to go. Yep. Well, thanks for joining us, Dave. You take care and I'll see you next time.
Oh,
Bye for now. And that was story time.
So that was story time. Day 7, day of rest, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm still a bit bothered about something from that story though, JoJo.
Yeah.
Why is it we only get 1 day off?
1 day of rest, a day that's holy when we, think about God, really.
Do we have to have a sieve?
A sieve?
Colander.
Colander?
A thing with holes in it to make it holy.
Oh, no. Holy means pure and good.
That makes more sense than what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't need a colander or a sieve.
No.
Right.
Or a holy jumper.
Make some more plans, boys. Right. We're putting the sieves back. I was going to make a bulk order. Now I don't need 50. Awesome. There's going to be a banging party though with sieves and colanders. Sieving out stuff to make it holy. So what we got to do on an holy day?
Well, you go to church, read your Bible, pray, just think about God and remember who God is. We should do that all the time, but we just have a special day where we stop and think more. Does that make sense?
So we don't need a sieve?
No sieves needed on a rest day. Although you could use it if you wanted to.
I'll just add a thought.
What?
Holy day.
What?
Sounds like holiday.
Oh, clever.
There's something in that.
Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Awesome. Anyway, it's time for art time now. Get your art groove on. Get your art stuff. And what's JoJo? It.
For art time today, we're going to make the 7th plate. This is to remind us that on day 7, God rested. So here we have a lovely picture of the countryside. And so I've done that. Well, actually, Peter did that painting for me to remind me of how I enjoy being in the countryside and that makes me feel restful. Or you could write the word rest. Or whatever picture you want to paint or draw or colour that makes you feel like you're resting. So what you're going to need is a plate, a paper plate, a hole punched so that we can hang up the plate, some string or some wool to hang it up with, and then really anything you want. You can have paints to draw make a painting. You can do crayons, pencils, whatever you've got around the home. Or just coloured pens to write the word rest. The other thing, which is what I'm going to do, is I've cut up bits of coloured paper to create a sort of mosaic of rest. Or you could use beads. So you take your plate, and also you're going to need glue if you're going to stick on some paper. So you take your paper plate, and I always think the best thing to do first of all is to put the hole in the top and put some string in. We love hanging up our plates. That's the first thing to do. And then the next thing, if you're going to do the mosaic rest, is you need to write the word rest and make it nice and big. So you've got lots of space to put the colours. And what I'm going to do is you need to cut up these bits of paper first. And then when you're ready, you put the glue on and just literally be really, really, lavish. Go crazy with the glue. Make sure it's all over the letters like that. And then I always remember to put the lid on so it doesn't dry up. And you just have fun with all these different colours. You could just go for one colour. Like sometimes green feels quite restful, or blue. But all your favourite colours. I've gone for multicoloured. So I love different colours. That makes me happy and restful. And that's what you do. Just keep sticking it on like that as much as you want. And it's a bit more time consuming in doing it this way. But it's actually quite relaxing. And it's quite restful to make that. Very therapeutic. And when you've finished and you've done it all up, you get something like that. There you go. Enjoy.
Another art time there with JoJo. You like them art times, JoJo, don't you?
Yeah, good fun.
You're good at that.
Wow, was that a compliment?
Always. I can't do that though because I ain't got no fingers.
Oh.
I could try painting my mouth, but you wouldn't hear nothing. And that would make it real awkward if I was trying to explain what to do. Like,
it's like when you have a stick in your mouth, isn't it?
I look be stickers in it. That's rude. Thought we'd go on for a little while without you doing that. We had words. Anyway, thanks for enjoying another story time, another art time, and this was Dave Unleashed. When are we back?
Oh, September, is it?
September.
Got a bit of a rest, don't we?
So we're back in September, which is cool. So we're coming back. Are we coming back?
Yes. Are you
Just
coming
checking.
back? You're coming back, aren't you?
Well, as long as I get paid. I haven't been paid yet, but still there's hope. Anyway, thanks for coming along to another Dave Unleashed. Go to berrybunch.org. You can find show resources and you can watch the art time and the story time all over again. Because they're awesome. Ta-ra a bit then, JoJo.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for Dave Unleashed. Enjoy yourselves. Stay frosty.